Hello, my name is Feldrin and welcome back to Dungeon Siege 3. Last time we met Odo and Martin Giscard, and this episode we're going to be helping the villagers of Raven's Rill. So let's get straight into it.
Please, I just want to be left alone. Can't a widow grieve in peace?
I'm trying to find Lazar Basili, the town boyar.
Forget about Lazar. He's probably dead, like my Vaclav.
How did your husband die?
The mercenary filth marched in and took over the Rill. My husband Vaclav was a constable here in town. Vaclav spoke out against the invaders, and one of the bastards ran him through without a second thought. Murdered him in cold blood. A curse on all Laskanzi.
With all of the optional quests, we are actually going to have the option to refuse to do them, but then the villagers are just going to stand there with the exclamation mark still atop their head, and of course we're not going to get any of the rewards, so let's just help everyone.
This murderer needs to be brought to justice. Who was it?
I heard the others cheer his name, Boris, as he... I beg you, Legionnaire, avenge this wrong. Avenge my husband!
You'll have justice, I promise. What does this Boris look like, and where has he gone?
He wore a sash across his face. Bring me that sash and I'll know the bastard is dead.
Alright, but before we go and kill Boris, let's collect a few more of the quests and talk to some people.
Get out of town while you still can.
No, not yet. We're not done yet. Also, I believe over here there is... yes, a chest. It's just a bit of gold, probably someone's savings, but gold is actually quite useful. We can use it to buy new equipment, and equipment is very important to the strength of our character.
The Laskanzi destroyed the southern bridge. Any hope of rescue is folly.
Also, I believe a lot of these villagers are actually severely depressed.
I should have moved to Stonebridge when I had the chance.
Yes, see? You can still move to Stonebridge, it's really not that far off.
The mercenaries have witches with them. A score of them, or more.
A score is 20, I believe, so that's really not that much.
Starting Wisconsin, you're eating supplies like it was harvest time. How are we supposed to survive come winter?
Alright, that's actually quite a valid complaint.
You're in danger. I can help you, but we must be discreet. Pretend that you know me. We're old friends, yes? Confidants? Sharing secrets about our lovers?
All of these conversation options are going to end up with the same result, so let's just play it neutral.
Danger? The town seems quiet.
This town is a trap. An army of Laskanzi mercenaries is hiding in the upper rill, behind the walls. More of them are in the forest, outside of town. They wait for you, and for your friends. The woman who hired them, she's not taking any chances.
You're a Laskanzi. You'd betray your own people?
I decide who my people are, and who they are not. My loyalty does not come at a price.
So the mercenaries were hired by a woman? Do you know who she is?
I won't speak her name, not when she's so close. You might think me foolish, but better foolish and safe than brazen and dead.
You say this town is a trap. What's your role in it?
I am the bait. I was told to watch for legionnaires and to warn the others if I found you. They would come running from all directions, and you would be caught or killed. But my sister and I have other plans, so the trap won't be sprung. Bad luck for my employer, yes?
I'm listening. Tell me the rest.
Follow the western road out of town. My sister is waiting for you in a cave there. Her name is Leona. You would do well to speak to her.
I'll need better directions to this cave.
Follow the western road and look for a trail heading north into the woods. It will lead you to the cave.
You said I'd do well to speak with her. Why?
You are looking for your comrades, yes? Men and women of Legion blood. If any of them survived the attack, they are prisoners now. My sister will know where to find them.
Very well. I'll find your sister and see what she has to say.
We shouldn't be seen together. I'll take a different path and meet you later, if I can.
There is actually another reason why I took the neutral option there, and that is that we are going to be meeting Katarina and her sister more often later on, and I wanted to put it up to a vote how we are going to interact with them. Are we going to trust them, or are we going to be suspicious of them?
Forgive me if I do not indulge in idle chatter with a complete stranger.
And that is a perfectly normal response to a flaming naked woman walking into your town.
Good day to you, friend. Come to peruse Petru's fabulous shop of wonderment and mystery? You shan't regret it, I vow.
Yes, verily. What's for sale?
What exactly are you selling here?
Magic, of course, madam. The finest sorceries a lady can buy, distilled into talismans, amulets, and gewgaws of all description. Admittedly, my stock is a bit low, just at the moment, but what I have is of the finest quality.
How are you able to do business here with Lescanzi controlling the town?
How am I? Why, by selling to the Lescanzi, of course. They're the best customers I've had in ages. Normally, I earn my coin selling in bulk to Florin the merchant. But these mercenaries are quite content to buy directly from my shop.
Don't you consider selling to these mercenaries a betrayal of your own people?
A betrayal? No, I don't consider it a betrayal. Well, maybe a half of one. My mother was Lescanzi, you see, and my father was a real man. And since I'm willing to sell to you, or to any of the townsfolk who want to fight back, I think of it more as honoring both my parents.
Let me see your wares.
Of course, madam, of course. Step right up and have a look at the stall.
The shop mechanic is actually that we interact with the stalls, or later on with a wagon or something else, and then we'll get into the shops. I don't really have all that much coin right now, and I'm not going to buy anything. I believe another quest spawned over here.
I heard that everyone in the Legion was killed, yet here you stand. Perhaps you can help me. When the Lescanzi took the town, one of their leaders stole something of great importance. I'd like the Legion to get it back.
Do you know where I can find Lazar Basile?
I'm little concerned for the well-being of Lazar Basile, the fool. I'm of the mind this entire mess is his failing.
What did the Lescanzi take from you?
A small golden statue of Azurnai. It's been in my family for generations. It's the most valuable thing I own. Or owned, as it were. A Lescanzi sergeant burst into my home and just took my statue from its shrine. Then he threatened to kill my wife, if I said so much as a word.
I'll find your property if I can. Do you know the name of the thief?
They called him Autocar, I think. He camps with the rest of the mercenary scum in the forest to the west.
Alright, there is one more quest that I want to collect, and then we can go off into the forests and murder everyone. Let's see, where is the final one? Ah, yes, over there.
Have a care with all that boot stomping. You'll scare the fish.
I'm looking for a man of importance in these parts. A man named Lazar.
Nobody's seen Lazar. Not since the fool Lescanzi took over the rill.
If the fish aren't biting here, why not find another spot?
I don't need to find another spot. I know the best fishing hole in the valley. Problem is, I just can't fish there no more. Something nasty took up residence in my favorite pond. Last time I tried to drop a line there, it nearly killed me.
What do you mean? Some kind of creature?
Not sure what it is. Some sort of devilfish. Size of a man at least, and that's no fisherman's lie. That thing's meaner than a fat woman in a bread line. I'd stay clear of it if I were you.
I'm a Legionnaire. Is there anything I can do to help?
Not sure why you'd want to tangle with that thing, but if you can put it down, I'd be happy as a fly in the outhouse. course, I need proof it was dead. One of its teeth should do the trick.
Where can I find this creature?
Head east out of town and look for a pond to the south. That's where you'll find the beast. Here, take some of my secret bait with you. When you find the pond, toss it in the water. The smell seemed to draw it out last time.
We are not going to do that right now. Chances are those creatures will murder me incredibly quickly. But we are going to head outside of the town, from the east side that is. That is where the chapter house was. So that's a bit of walking, and that's what I'm just going to skip. Alright, we are back at the bridge to the chapter house, and the road onwards will lead to our quests. Oh, and let's talk to this guy.
You're with the Legion. Maybe my luck isn't as wretched as I thought.
What makes you think you have bad luck?
Aside from the fact that fate conspires to thwart me at every turn, you mean? I was trying to haul some goods south to Stonebridge, but the whole valley's crawling with Lascanzi mercenaries. A whole pack of them set on me up the road and stole my wagon.
I have a score of my own to settle with these mercenaries. I'll get your wagon back.
You may have just saved me from debtor's prison, friend. Don't think I won't repay this kindness. Get my merchandise back, and I'll reward you. And of course, you'll get a discount on anything you might want to buy.
Debtor's prison was actually a very real thing in medieval and early modern Europe. Instead of trying to get your money from someone by hurting them, you put them in prison and then waited until some of their family members came up with the sum that was required. That didn't always really work out in case it was the breadwinner of a family that you were putting into a prison, because then you basically just put the guy in prison, waited until money came, it would never come, everybody would starve, the guy would starve in debtor's prison, and the story would end. It really is a sucky solution. But back to the game. We met Katarina a while back, and I put that up to a vote what we are going to do with the interaction with her. And you have to keep in mind that she is a Lascanzi after all, and if she's trying to help us, then, well, apparently she's willing to betray her own people. What does that say about her? On the other hand, she is a former legionnaire, or at least valued by Odo, so keep all of that in mind. Right now the enemies over here still aren't very difficult to deal with. I actually don't even have to dodge a whole lot. But that is going to change very soon. I believe over there we will be meeting our first... Well, no, not our first boss. We've already killed one boss character, but he was pitifully easy. And this might be a bit more difficult. No, these guys don't have the health to pose a threat, really. I believe I should start to dodge the ranged attacks or take out the ranged guys first. They don't have a lot of health.
Huh. That'll teach those thugs to harass innocent merchants on the road. You have my thanks. And I suppose I can offer you this as well. If you're looking to buy, just step on up to the wagon and have a look. I'll give you a good price.
No, I really thought there would be some stronger enemy in this part. Oh well, let's do some shopping. So what is... Oh, that is just a straight upgrade to everything. Yeah, I'll take that. And with that, I believe all my money is pretty much gone anyway. Stamina and armor. Yes, well, everything is a straight upgrade, I just don't have any money. Let's see... Yes, agility, armor and block. That should do nicely in terms of adding to our chance to get a critical hit. That's not worth it. Ah, this is another one of those special things like Doom and what was the other one? Chaos Fire. Chaos Bloodletting, well, it's quite self-explanatory really. Gives a chance to make your target bleed. But that's actually not what I'm looking for. And the Deadly Cinder with 7 attack and 9 doom is quite nice. Alright, let's head on towards, I believe, was it Boris? Yes, I think Boris should be somewhere around here. Oh, a Fiery Maul of the Storm, actually, what is that? That's a lot of attack and a lot more Chaos Lightning than Chaos Fire. Yes, why not? It's worth a lot, so it's probably a fairly nice weapon. Oh, that's a... Jesus Christ. It's really a fairly strong combo to first burn them and then try and stun them in the same area. Also, these guys don't really have the health to do anything against me. Come on, why can't we? Yes, nice. Let's see, this heads over to the Hero's Crypt. That is not where we are going right now, that's something for later on. And this goes to the Eastern Swamp. We can't actually go to the swamp either, but one of the quests that we have takes us into that direction. Good lord. This is going a bit messy. What was that? Alright, is that? Yes, that is a boss character, Boris. The aura that he's got about him is going to drain focus if you stay inside of it. So don't stay inside of it. Also, that guy over there should die. Otherwise he's just going to shoot at me and that would be annoying. Good, let's have him stand in the fire. Let's see whether we can then stun him. No, that didn't work out. And this is just going to be a long fight with a lot of dodging. You're giving ample opportunity to dodge these attacks. The game is going to get progressively more difficult in that sense, with attacks arriving a lot faster and without those wind-ups. Oh, let's actually just beat him to death. Alright, that takes care of Boris. It's a minor piece of lore that you will be getting separately. Well, we can't actually get over this bridge like one of the villagers said, so I'm going to walk back now and then I'll see you back on the other side of the town. Actually, before we head back to town, I picked up a little item at the store for, I believe, 600 gold. A new breastplate with, it's only 1 point, but still it's a point of momentum. Momentum adds to the amount of focus that we gain from every attack that we make against enemies. So these basic attacks, in case they hit enemies, that is how we replenish our amount of focus. The same goes, by the way, for these attacks in our human form. Oh, a few more people to kill. Actually, I believe this is going to get me into a level up. Yes, wonderful. I see some loot now. Oh, more! Oh, these die really quickly. Poor people. Right, where's the level? No, come on, I want to go level up. They postpone the level up until you are out of combat. So, I'm just gonna go stand there, really. I don't want to get into another battle. Yes, thank you. Alright, we were doing the spinning kick. Yes, 10% chance per rank. 10% is not that much, but 20% is a whole lot more. And then, of course, the Radiant Will to just do more damage with our abilities. And that's it for now, really. Alright, see you back in the village then. Alright, and back we are. Let's see what we can get. Well, actually, since we voted to be generous, let's see. Well, we're not actually going to see what we forgo, but let's just talk to her then.
Is it done? Has the Lascanzi dog been put down?
Good God, you're a bitter old woman.
He's dead. I hope you can find some measure of peace.
The peace I sought was not for me. With his death avenged, Vaclav's soul will find its way to the river. There exists a debt between us now, Legionnaire. One of blood and kin. What can an old woman do to repay such a debt?
And as the vote went, we shall be generous.
Killing a man is not worthy of reward, even a cur such as Boris. Keep your belongings, Ludmilla.
Such nobility in these troubled times? I'll not argue with your choosing, but know this. Ludmilla will always consider you as kin.
I need to know where I can find Lazar Basili.
Ah, Lazar. Haven't seen him since the Lascanzi arrived. He may be dead, but Grigori would know for certain. Those two are thick as thieves.
I must go.
Farewell.
And with the level we just gained a while back, I think it might be possible for me to take on the fish creatures that the fisherman was talking about. That is going to be a bit of a difficult fight, really. Well, depending on how much luck I have with whether these spawns all come towards me. Let's just go and give it a shot. Yes, the corpse of a Lascanzi mercenary stripped of flesh. Alright. I need to get the fuck out of here really quickly. I did not want to get the boss creature, I just wanted to get the ants first. Yes, this is a lot better. The ants are bad enough as it is, because they deal a whole lot of damage. Yes, indeed. Let's go back to this. No, that's not really what I wanted. No, let's actually just retreat for a second over here. That is a perfectly valid strategy. Let's heal up and try again. I was not entirely prepared for that. Holy shit, what the hell just happened? Oh well. At least that takes care of some of the ads, and then we've got the boss left, I believe. Yes. That's going to require a lot of dodging. The aura that this boss has slows you down, and that can be quite a nuisance indeed. Also, he deals a ton of damage. See whether we can stun him. No, that's not in the books, I believe. It's a bit of a cheap tactic to kite them around, but with these guys, honestly, I don't mind doing it. It's a very unfair fight. On the other hand, I could just dodge around more. Also, let's pop the defensive ability again. Oh dear. There's one more and then he's down. Let me just try and stop. No, doesn't work. Wonderful. I'm not sure whether I was supposed to be able to kill him right now, or whether there was just a wee bit of luck involved there. But I wanted to do it anyway. Alright, let's hand in that quest and then go to the west side of the village, where the final quest for the villagers is, well, the final quest objective. Alright, let's talk to the fisherman then.
You're still alive? Maybe you're tougher than you look. Is the lousy beast dead?
It's dead. Here's one of its teeth.
Well, call me a crug-loving mule. I can't believe it. I'm guessing you'll be wanting that reward then.
Nope, not at all.
You obviously need the coin, Jakob. I only ask you speak kindly of the Legion in the future.
Truly? Maybe you Legionnaires aren't so bad after all. You and me should go fishing sometime.
I'll leave you to your work.
Right. See you around.
And that takes care of the second quest in this region. Now there is only the final one left, which is over in the west side of the forest. The enemies in this area are a lot stronger than on the other side of the forest, but they're not going to be as strong as those fish creatures. Although, if we are unlucky, I might meet a witch here, and they can be quite a nuisance. You can dodge all their arrows if you time the dodge roll correctly, but it's quite difficult. Welcome to Raven's Rill. Yes. I really don't want to meet one of them witches. Alright, looks like we're in luck. Ah, Autocar. This is a pretty tough fight, because he is insanely quick. And again, he has an aura about him, just like the other bosses that we met until now. On a lower difficulty, you can really just tank these guys. Let's heal up. Good, that takes care of all the ads, and I can go and kill him. You can't actually dodge through enemies, so that makes dodging sometimes a bit more difficult. Other than that, he is mostly just like the other one that we met a while ago. And that takes care of Autocar. Alright, this goes into a direction where at some point we can't continue, so let's not explore that for now. There's a chest over there, how lovely. And with that we've completed all of the quests of the villagers. Well, the optional quests, that is. So let's return and see what the reward is for, well, being generous and denying all of their gifts. Ah, I believe Grigori, the old man who refused to talk to us, wants to talk to us now that we've completed some of the quests in the village, so let's see what he's got to say.
News of your deeds spread quickly throughout the town. Perhaps the Legion is not as feeble as the Lascanzi would have us believe. I know you've been asking about Lazar. It turns out he had some correspondence with a rather elusive legionnaire, someone called Odo. That did not sit well with the woman who hired the Lascanzi. She locked poor Lazar in one of the holding cells beneath the town hall.
How do you know about this alleged correspondence with the Legion?
I wrote most of the letters myself. I have been Lazar's clerk for almost 20 years now.
The town hall? And where is that?
It is in the upper part of town, but you'll not be able to reach it. The Lascanzi have fortified the upper town, and they are letting no one inside.
The Legion doesn't abandon its allies. Lazar will have his freedom.
If you truly mean to save Lazar, I am at your service. What would you have me do?
I'm not going to make you fight, old man. Look at you. Just carry a message.
Carry a message to Odo in the old Legion chapter house. Tell him what's happened to Lazar.
If it will aid my friend, I shall do as you ask. You'd best be off before any Lascanzi brigands spot us conspiring against them.
Alright, now let's finally hand in that last quest.
I hope you have news. Did you find my statue?
Indeed. I believe this belongs to you.
Excellent. You've renewed my faith in the Legion, to be sure. This is the part where you ask for a reward, yes?
No, actually not. It surprised me a bit that goons wouldn't want a reward, to be honest.
You've been robbed once today, Anton. I'm not going to make you pay for your own property.
Well spoken. I would have taken the gold, but perhaps that is why I'm not a Legionnaire.
Ah yes, and with that we've received the other reward, which is a deed. Let's review what it is exactly.
Farewell, Anton.
And a good day to you, Legionnaire.
So let's see, that is this screen over here. And you refused every reward offered to you by the humble villagers of Raven's Rill, and for that we have earned a +5 to will permanently. That is quite useful and will make us do a little bit more damage. Well, actually, in this form I don't have a lot of will at all in the human form, so that's going to help a lot. And in the other form, the fire form with will 13, well, that will still help a lot actually. I didn't expect that. Alright, and with that we've come to the end of this episode. Next episode we will be heading towards the caves and kill some witches. Alright, have a good evening and I'll see you next time.